Hey everyone, I just want to let you all know that I plan on making YouTube videos on Age of Empires 2 again, since Definitive Edition just got released a week or so ago, and there are a lot of new players. I figured I'd start by releasing new videos starting from the ground up. I'm going to continue to focus on ranked gameplay for the time being, but I'm going to start by releasing slash re-releasing guides that I think will be helpful to the players who are just starting to play the game. One of the things that held me back in making more videos in the past was that I felt I wasn't a good enough player to provide insights on certain parts of the game. And I truly want to help my viewers get the best information possible and not just make videos that are going to generate, lots of views. And so one thing is since I made videos last, I've improved quite a bit. I think at the time that I made videos before, I was around like 1700 Vubli, and um, like now I'm around like what would be 2K rate on Vubli. So I've gotten quite a bit better, but there's still a lot for me to learn. And so I think going forward, I'm gonna start re-releasing videos again, but I'm not gonna have such a perfectionist type mindset on making the videos because over time things are going to change and things will have to be updated anyways. And so my plan is that I'm going to try to create as high of quality guides as I can, but if I do miss something, it's going to be one of those things where hopefully I get feedback from people in the comments. And what I can do is I can go back and annotate the videos or um, go back and re-release the videos like basically in their entirety. Um, I think that one thing that's pretty obvious to point out is that since I was creating videos last time, there are now like a lot more people making videos. So in particular, I noticed that Hera, who's a top 10 player in the world, he started to make videos and guides on some of the same things that I had originally made videos on years ago. But obviously, since he's a better player, he can probably provide some better insight on some of the things uh, that I talked about as well. And so I'd like to say that um, by all means, I would recommend that if you haven't checked out his YouTube guides or his Twitch channel, that you should definitely do so, especially if you're trying to get better, because he does provide a lot of um, good, informative, and entertaining content for people that are trying to improve. And and yeah, so I just want the best for you guys. I want you guys to be able to get better at the game, and so it doesn't really matter to me where people get better from. It just as long as they're getting better. I don't care if his videos are better than mine. Then I think that I'll try to remake them to be at the same quality. But if I don't remake it for whatever reason, I definitely encourage people to go and check out those videos instead. So I've already seen some of his videos and they are really good. So if you haven't checked them out, I'll put a link to his YouTube channel and Twitch channel in the description. And so you can go check those out. And there's a lot of other content creators out there that make guides as well. But I would just say that in particular, I think that Hera, he started to be a little bit, he's pretty active as well. And so I would check him out. And so having said that, there is going to be content that I'm going to create in the future that is going to be similar to, maybe what he's going to end up creating or what he's already created, and that's kind of inevitable, I think, because again, my whole plan is to create a pretty broad and expansive kind of set of guides, and so if he covers a guide on some tip, I'm also going to cover a guide on that tip because I want to cover, I want to cover as much stuff as possible, right? Um, and so sometimes I'm sure I'm going to release guides that he'll release later, and sometimes he'll release guides that I release this kind of similar guides later on as well. And so again, I think it's good though that to check out both guides and stuff like that because again, the more exposure that you have to something, the more likely you're gonna remember it in the long term. And that's all that's a big part of learning and getting better is not just like hearing about it one time in a video, but you have to like have that repeated exposure to it in order to actually be able to remember it and be able to use it like in a real-time strategy game, because in a real-time strategy you don't have time to just like think about like, to simulate all this different stuff. You have to make a split second decision, and the only way that you can do that is if if you had a lot of exposure to something. So so yeah, that's kind of all I'd like to say about like my videos in comparison to other people's videos. But um, let's see. Uh, yeah, so I would say that lastly, like in DE here, this is in DE, I think I'm around like a top 150 player, top 100 player. So obviously, there's a lot of players that'll be watching these guides that aren't as good as I am, but there's also going to be a fair number of people that are better as well. And if you do watch the videos and you do notice that there's some things that I could have done differently, like please like feel free to put the criticisms on the videos and stuff like that. And I'd appreciate it if they were constructive, because again, it's not my it's my goal to help players, and it's not to, it's really nothing else. I don't expect to really make money off of this or anything like that. So it's just really to help players out. And so if people are like better than me, if they're just leaving kind of like snarky comments, it really doesn't help like the community at all. And yeah, so I'd appreciate any feedback I can get from higher level players. It really helps me make better videos for the community as a whole. Um, and yeah, again, my goal is just to improve as a player myself. And so a lot of this stuff will be my first time kind of looking over things as well. And so yeah, I won't be like an expert on some of the things I talk about, but hopefully over time, again, that modifications can be made, and you know, um, and yeah, and people can learn a lot from my videos. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else really other to say than that. I will be trying to stream on Twitch a little bit, but I probably won't be streaming so much of like um, a good, like in finding some of these strategical things. I spend like time like I don't know how to say it, like simulating like different game environments, right? And looking at like the efficiency of different things, right? But I found that like people don't really find that very entertaining. So on Twitch, I probably won't be streaming anything like that. I'll probably just be streaming my own games. Um, but yeah, you feel free to always like send me like if you're interested in like testing things, like I don't know, like testing certain situations. Feel free to maybe like send me a message on YouTube or something like that, or on Steam or whatever, right? And like saying that you're willing to test things, because I always like appreciate um, when people are willing to like help me out and test different things. That's it's something that's not a lot of people like to do. So yeah. So anyways, I've gone on talking for quite a bit here. So anyways, I look forward to making videos for you guys in the future here, and hopefully over like the next couple of months or so, I'll be able to release like a video every day, every other day, something like that. And hopefully y'all be able to learn something from it, and we can all improve together. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.